Good morning and welcome to morning prayer on this Friday, July 10th. This is a pre-recorded morning prayer. With these morning prayers, I'm going to be using our readings that we've been using, but we invite you to use the Luther's morning blessing that we have, the morning blessing that we have on the channel. That'll either have a link in the description or a link pop up on the screen right now. Let us begin with our readings. Our first reading is from the book of Proverbs, the 15th chapter, the 33rd chapter, and the 15th chapter, the 16th chapter, and the 17th chapter. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. The way of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but he loves the person who pursues virtue. Better a little with fear of the Lord than a great fortune with anxiety. Better a dish of herbs where love is than a fatted ox and hatred with it. The Lord overturns the house of the proud, but he preserves intact the widow's landmark. The wicked schemes are an abomination to the Lord, but the pure speak what is pleasing to him. The Lord is far above from the wicked, but the prayer of the just he hears. The fear of the Lord is training for wisdom, and humility goes before honors. Those who make plans in his heart, but what the tongue utters is from the Lord. All the ways of humans may be pure in his own eyes, but it is the Lord who proves the spirit. Entrust your works to the Lord, and your plans will succeed. The Lord has made everything for his own ends, even the wicked for the evil day. Everyone that is proud is an abomination to the Lord. I assure you that he will not go unpunished. By kindness and piety, guilt is expiated, and by the fear of the Lord, people avoid evil. When the Lord is pleased with someone's ways, he makes even his enemies be at peace with him. Better a little with virtue than a large income with injustice. In his mind, a person plans his course, but the Lord directs his steps. He who mocks the poor blasphemes his Maker. He who is glad at calamity will not go unpunished. And our second reading is from the Tractates on the first letter by John by St. John Augustine. We have been promised that we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. By these words, the tongue has done its best. Now we must apply the meditation of the heart. Although they are the words of St. John, what are they in comparison with the divine reality? And how can we, so greatly inferior to John in merit, add anything of our own? Yet we have received, as John has told us, an anointing by the Holy One, which teaches us inwardly more than our tongue can speak. Let us turn to this source of knowledge, and because at present you cannot see, make it your business to desire the divine vision. The entire life of a good Christian is in fact an exercise of holy desire. You do not yet see what you long for, but the very act of desiring prepares you so that when he comes you may see and be utterly satisfied. Suppose you are going to fill some holder or container, and you know you will be given a large amount. Then you set about stretching your sack or wineskin or whatever it is. Why? Because you know the quantity you will have to put in it, and your eyes tell you there is not enough room. By stretching it, therefore, you increase the capacity of the sack, and this is how God deals with us. Simply by making us wait, he increases our desire, which in turn enlarges the capacity of our soul, making it able to receive what is to be given to us. So, brethren and sisters, let us continue to desire, for we shall be filled. Take note of St. Paul, stretching, as it were, his ability to receive what is to come. Not that I have already obtained this, he said, or am made perfect. Brethren, I do not consider that I have already obtained it. End quote. We might ask him, if you have not yet obtained it, what are you doing in this life? This one thing I do, answers Paul. Forgetting what lies behind and stretching forward to what lies ahead, I press on towards the prize to which I am called in the life above. Not only did Paul say he stretched forward, but he also declared that he pressed on toward a chosen goal. He realized, in fact, that he was still short of receiving what on eyes has seen, nor ear heard, nor the heart of man conceived. Such is our Christian life. By desiring heaven, we exercise the powers of our soul. Now, this exercise will be effective only to the extent that we free ourselves from desires leading to infatuation with this world. Let me return to the example I have already used, of filling an empty container. God means to fill each of you with what is good, so cast out what is bad. If he wishes to fill you with honey, and you are full of sour wine, where is the honey to go? The vessel must be emptied of its contents and then be cleansed. Yes, it must be cleansed even if you have to work hard and scour it. It must be made fit for the new thing, whatever it may be. We may go on speaking figuratively of honey, gold, or wine, but whatever we say, we cannot express the reality we are to receive. The name of that reality is God, but who will claim that in that one syllable we utter the full expanse of our heart's desire? Therefore, whatever we say is necessarily less than the full truth. We must extend ourselves toward the measure of Christ, so that when he comes, he may fill us with his presence. Then we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is.